Hey guys, it's Voytec and I'm your host on the TennisVoytec YouTube channel. So today we are here with Vincent LoTempio, great guy, very passionate tennis player. He's actually a lawyer and doing a lot of successful things, have a couple of his own channels, YouTube channels. One is for his work with the patents and another one he just started for fun for American football. So if you are interested, we're going to have link below. He's talking about Bills games. Unfortunately, he has not many things to say positive about it, but let's leave it for the other channel. You can check it out and talk about it later. Okay, so here we're going to talk a little bit about his shots, and he's also a guy who makes all the improvements lately in my channel possible. He helped me a little bit with the equipment and everything else, so hopefully we can sit here in the HD quality and have a good thing going. So the video we are going to talk about today is, like I said, his forehand. So let's look at it and then let's see what we can say about it.
One more.
All right, so as you guys saw the video, first let's hear from Vincent himself. What are the biggest challenges that he feels his forehand is facing? Okay, so Vincent.
Well, as we discussed before, I think my biggest problem when the ball's hit right at me, I tend to overcompensate and bring my elbow in tight to my body, and I don't get the full extension of it. And that's because I don't concentrate, I guess, as far as getting my body away from the ball. I go get in front of a ball, like kind of like a baseball player.
Right. So just to touch on it, I forgot to mention before, and you could guys already see from the beginning of the show, Vincent lost his one arm when he was 12, and actually he was born right-handed, and he lost his arm when he was 12, and that made a lot of changes in his life. But for sports, he had to learn everything from the beginning to start doing left-handed. That's why, you know, he actually worked really hard, and he achieved high level in both baseball and hockey. And lately, in his late 40s, he started to work with tennis, which is lately his biggest passion. So the things that he touched on very likely are coming from his other sports. So, for example, if you look at the baseball players, correct me if I'm wrong, but everything they're trying to do is they're trying to get in front of the ball. The best vision is right here. It's not when you try to catch, you know, all the nice catches, the ESPN catches are here behind or here behind, right? All the weird stuff, but the ones that are bread and butter of the game are the ones here, right?
Defensively, yeah.
Defensively, the ones in front. And that's why Vincent, probably when he's setting up for his shots, that's where his biggest struggle is. So as I talked with my other friend, you know, about my other friend video about the serve, we're going to talk about two positive and two negative things that are with the shot. Okay, so here's the video again, you can see behind me. And the first very positive thing that I can see with Vincent that a lot of other amateur players miss is the turn on his preparation. You can see how he really turns when he's preparing for his forehand. You know, you might discuss if the after he's going with the shot enough, he's not turning, probably rotating to other side enough, but the start is very good, the rotation of his shoulders. Okay, and the other thing that you can see on the video behind is his footwork, it's his base. Okay, he doesn't make as many steps as he could, but of course, you know, he's not a professional tennis player. But one thing which is great, and you can see he's a great athlete, is a stand. You know, he gets big. You can see on the video, his positioning is nice. There's a big, what I call base. Okay, so in every other sport that you are going to play, and I'm talking sports like basketball, football, you know, volleyball, baseball, anything you want to name, the base is very important, the balance, right, Vincent?
Absolutely, balance, yeah.
Balance.
And I guess you said the other thing that I could do better with is the balance of spreading my arm out. I guess that's the negative part of what
right, we're going to touch on it in a second, but on hockey as well, right? On the skates, you need to get a good balance to get a good shot, right?
Absolutely. Strong on your skates is like a mantra of what people say all the time.
Exactly. So we can see how sports cross over and how help us improve. So this is a great part. The things he might improve a little bit is the most important thing we started talking, and he can tell you, as soon as I started playing with him, was the action of his non-dominant hand, which in this case is his right hand, and which of course it's going to be a little bit more challenging due to his disability and actually lack of this arm, but we can really talk about this and we can change it a little bit. So as you see on the video, he does not really do much with this right hand. Yes, it's a right hand. He just lets it hang there, takes it really far behind and just lets it hang there during the shot. What are your concerns with your right hand?
Well, I think my whole life I'm playing sports against other people, hockey and stuff. I try to keep it tight to the body so I won't hurt anybody and it doesn't swing out, uncontrollably. And
okay, so it's about hurting people with a hook?
Or hurting myself when I, hitting
right,
something.
you told me this as well.
So I'm consciously trying to keep it tight to the body.
Right, you told me that you're concerned about hitting the hook with the racket to break it.
Yes.
Right, these are all valuable points. But at the same time, let's break it a little bit apart. As I talk about balance with your feet, the same thing goes on for a balance with your upper body. And now listen to me very carefully, because it goes to all the players around there. Not only people like Vincent with disability that they struggle with the arm, but I see so many amateurs who play their forehand and they let their hand just hang there without doing anything. And I'm like asking, what are you doing? If you don't have this arm, would it be as comfortable for you to play forehand? I mean, it looks like you don't need it, but it's not the point, okay? This arm is crucial for your balance. So we started, as soon as we started working with Vincent, we started working with him, getting this hand more in front and really aiming at the shot. It helps with a turn of your shoulders. It also helps with really getting a balance more forward. You can see on his shot that he's really balanced a little bit back. He's kind of hanging back, and the hand is a very big part of it, right?
Absolutely.
And you could feel the change, I believe, when we in the last couple of lessons.
Well, when you hit the ball better, you can definitely see it, and you get that arm out. And one of the things you said in the lessons is make pretend you're holding a big medicine ball to keep, force you to keep those arms away from your body and make better balance.
Yeah, that's a great point. All right, then the second part that we were talking about was the way you hit, the way that the tennis stroke's supposed to look. Okay, when I started working with you, and we can really see it on these videos, first of all, you are getting in the last moment out of the way of a shot, right? But we talked already about it, it's probably because of baseball. But second thing is your stroke goes straight through. It goes like you can imagine a letter L or just a straight line. Tennis stroke does not really look this way. I would like for you to look at a picture of a very famous ancient sculpture of the disc thrower. I love this sculpture, and you can see on it how the guy is really getting into emotion to turn. His muscles, everything is ready, and you can see how he will go around the circle and throw the disc. Tennis shots, the idea of tennis shots is very similar. We really want to get the swing there, and then we want to hit on the letter C. Almost. You can imagine there's a letter C, half circle, instead of thinking about tennis shot as something that goes straight through. Your action of your shot is around the ball, and your entire arm goes around instead of just going straight through and trying. And that's why for you, Vincent, a lot of balls fly, right?
Yes.
A lot of balls fly, and another thing that you get stuck with a straight arm, and this is all because you start like this, and then you get straight arm just to get it straight through, right? Instead of having it a little bit around the circle. Do you agree with that point?
Absolutely, yeah. I guess it's sometimes hard to understand what you mean by the letter C. I mean, does the C come around the back, or is it? I was thinking the C comes from the top to the bottom. I mean, how is that C angled?
Okay, that's a very good point. The C, imagine that the C starts behind you. Okay. And the C starts, it's not precisely C because the tennis stroke will want the swing to start a little bit higher and then go lower and high again. Yes. So this is not precisely C, but let's think about the C as the starts from when you get your racket low behind you and then go around this way as a C. So it's kind of like if archer would put their bow.
Yes.
Around them, so the ball would be here and the line would be there behind their back. You know what I mean?
Yes. Well, now I could kind of see what you're talking about with that sculpture of the discus thrower.
Okay, so that's the idea. So thank you very much, guys, for watching the show. Vincent, thank you very much. It was great having you on the show. If you liked the video, please like it below and subscribe to it if you want to see more of the episodes. I'm Voytec, and I will keep serving love for tennis. Thanks.